learning English for years and still dreaming about knowing it perfectly? Well, so in this video I'm gonna share with you why you still can't learn English. I know that many people have been struggling with English for years and years, even decades. Believe me, I've heard so many stories about people learning English at school, at university, going to different tutors, courses, doing it by themselves, and still they have no idea why they cannot speak English properly, why they get lost in a new country, why they cannot maintain good conversation, and they are still asking this question, why? Why can't I speak English? So, if you're one of these people or you know anyone who has this problem, this video is for you. And let's go. So the first mistake that people make is trying to learn English by themselves. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but this is very, very hard to do if you have no idea how the language works, what kind of structure it has, and so on. If it's like your third or fourth language, it's not a big deal. So if I start learning another language, it will be way easier for me to do it properly because I have teaching degree, I know how the language works, I know how it builds, what sentences, what structures, what tenses. So for me, it will be way easier. But for the person who has never learned any other language or any other skill by himself or herself, it will be extremely hard. By deciding to learn English by yourself, you're just postponing the moment when you actually decide to go and study this at school or with a teacher, with a person who knows how the language works. So please save your time, save your energy, save your money for the future and invest in yourself now and try not to learn English by yourself. The second mistake that you might make is having no proper goal. And of course, it's great if you have a teacher and the teacher can help you set your own goal while you're learning English, but not many teachers can do that. The best goal that they may suggest you is just increasing your level from pre-intermediate to intermediate. But how you're gonna use language in real life? You will have no idea. So basically, before thinking to get a teacher, please figure out why you need it. Because somebody told you to do that? Well, so that's an approach of a kid or a teenager. So please don't do that. If you have specific goal, for example, traveling or business or work or whatever, go deeper in that goal. What exactly you want to achieve? If you already have some knowledge in English, try to understand why you still cannot speak it properly. Maybe you feel lack of confidence, maybe you feel lack of vocabulary or terms in your job. Maybe you feel okay while traveling, but some situations might be more difficult rather than others. For example, cafes and restaurants are okay, but banks or exchanges, they might be a big problem for you. So think about which situations are really difficult for you, where you struggle speaking English, and keep this goal in your mind. Bring this goal to the class. Share these goals with your teacher, first of all, and with the people around maybe, so that they will know why you learn English and how fast you want to achieve it. And here, this third mistake that many people make, they have no deadline in their head. That is why they're learning English for years and decades. Yesterday I talked to a person who was trying to learn English for about 10 years. And she has this pain, 10 years. It's just language that you can basically learn for 1 year and feel okay and confident and free. But she was struggling with this for years, for decades. Can you imagine that? So please, again, when you figure out your goal, keep in mind your deadline. You should set some deadline, clear goal and clear deadline. For example, in a month, I want to be fluent in this, to be able to talk to native speakers in this situation, to be able to explain myself in the bank. So clear instruction, clear goal, clear deadline. Of course, it's not enough just to keep this in mind. Yeah, that's just like something that you can do like before learning English. Another mistake that many people make, and even teachers make this mistake, they use old-fashioned materials, outdated books that have been on the market for 10 years. But even the English that I was teaching 6 years ago and English which I'm teaching right now, it's like two different languages, believe me. Because some rules become less used. Some rules appear. The language becomes more and more international. That is why people pay less attention to grammar. So that is why, yeah, you might hear that some people are not so accurate in grammar as you might expect them to be. Also, a lot of slang and new structures, new phrases appear every year. Every year there are some trendy words, yeah, like for example, vibe, yeah? Even 5 years ago, people didn't know that word. And if you use an outdated book, you will not find this word. So, how are you supposed to learn this word if there is no such a word in the book? What is more, there are some situations, very weird situations, in most of these books, like connected to Great Britain, history of Great Britain, some stories about some adventurers and so on. But how is it connected to your life, to your job, to your travels? I'm not saying they're completely unnecessary, but a smart teacher should be able to pick up the necessary material which is suitable for you, and you should be very careful about which materials you are using while learning English. The next mistake is learning irrelevant things. And again, it's a bit connected to what I was talking about before, but many people still do that. They learn some text about some Bob from London who is going to work, or like who is traveling to Paris next month. But again, it's not about you. How are you supposed to understand how to apply this text to your life? Again, a smart teacher will help you to pick up the necessary vocabulary and use it in the story about yourself, like where you're traveling, where you're working, and so on. But yeah, like that doesn't happen very often. That is why please be careful and control which information gets into your head. You might have some knowledge that you will never use in your life. You know, there are some words that I learned a long time ago, but I've never used these words, really. For example, easel. You know, I have never used that word in real life somehow, but I have this word. And it's not bad, like when you try to understand people, bad. You want to speak rather than understand only, right? The next mistake is trying to do it cheap. I understand that maybe not all people can afford like really great courses, English courses and so on. But again, if the teacher charges not so much money, you should understand this person doesn't have too much experience. It might be not the main job for this person. So like it's like a part-time job for fun, which doesn't make a person very qualified. And or it might be just a student who just finished university and yeah, just like trying to make money, trying to build career and so on. And as a result, these people will not spend too much time and effort on you, on your specific needs, on the situations that you need English in, on like extra additional work outside the class, so that to prepare for this class and to prepare for like your situations, yeah, and specifically for you. So as a result, they will charge less, and you might think, okay, Yeah, so it's not a big deal, but that's where the problem starts. You start learning English forever, for years and years and years, and with no luck. So if you want to do it efficiently, if you want to do it like with a good result, pick the experienced teacher, the teacher who knows what she is doing or he is doing, yeah, and who will be interested in your result. And of course, these people cannot charge little. So if you really need English, you will find a way so that to work with a real professional. Because English then for you, it's not just fun, it's an essential skill that you want to invest in. And the last mistake that I want to talk about, despite the fact that I'm probably very like strict in this video, but yeah, so just like I have talked to many people and I have had and learned a lot of lessons from talking to these people. But the last mistake that many people do is they try to force themselves to learn English. They think that it's a great struggle, that you have to suffer, you have to translate tons of sentences, you should like struggle listening to the audios and so on. But no, that's not true. You should enjoy everything that you do in your life, and especially the skill that you're learning. If you see it as a game, as fun, as like something that you want to do even outside the class, then you're going the right way, you know? Like if you don't like watching Friends TV series, despite the fact that like all the resources are recommending this to you, just don't watch it. Yeah, really, just don't watch it, and that's it. Watch something that brings you pleasure, you know, like it can be Game of Thrones, it can be like some computer games that you like playing, or it can be just some books, because like there are some people who still love reading more than anything in this world. So like just do that. Find something that you love doing. Maybe you love cooking, or you love talking to new people. Like do this hobby in English. Watch something that you enjoy. Read something that you enjoy. Of course, it's great if you have a teacher who can help you and define like if it's okay for your level right now, and maybe like we should just like go slowly a little bit. But if you're a big fan of Harry Potter or whatever, like you will read Harry Potter in any language because you just love it, you know? Please find something that you enjoy and don't do something that you hate doing. Otherwise, you will be like struggling for way longer, and again with no result. The more fun you get, the more results you'll get. So of course, I'm an English teacher who has 6 years of experience, who has this as their main job, like as their main destiny, and I really want to help you improve English. I know how to do it like fast. I know how to help you set real goals with real deadlines, how to make it fun based on your interests, hobbies, profession, how to pick up the right situations for your life, yeah, and where you're gonna use English, and we don't learn something that you never need at all. And of course, I am helping you to do this in the most efficient way through your personal life, not the life of somebody else, your personal life, interest, hobby, and so on. So if you are really interested in learning, finally learning English, and finally reaching results that you actually need, please book a call with me and I'll help you to set real goals with real deadlines and make it as fun as it is possible. Don't forget to hit the like button, to subscribe to my channel, drop a comment. Maybe you've had some of those mistakes and you're struggling still with English, so please share your story in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.